When you've got two babies under the age of 2, and although parentally there may be 2 of you, you've only got 2 feet, 2 hands, 2 ears, and 2 eyes that sometimes crisscross, and you may try not to get cross, and you definitely need to focus on the power of the cross and to not get tossed to and fro. Is there anybody else out there too? Yo! This is really good, though. The banana or pumpkin? Banana chocolate. We should just call this one stuffing muffins. Hey! Welcome back to the Trevor's Corner Show, where we keep it wonderfully random yet purposeful here on the Ninja Joy Squad channel. I'm your host, Trevor. Today's topic is going to be having 2 babies under the age of 2. I want to share some of the joys, some of the struggles. I want to invite you in on the journey, hear some of your joys, some of your struggles, some of your encouragements. And so feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. We may turn this into a series. Let's jump on in. Okay, so my wife and I decided to have 2 babies under the age of 2, if you will, or 2 babies so close together because I'm not getting any younger and I want to be able to have energy to give to my children. And I didn't realize how much energy they take, but we'll get to that. And so another factor is we wanted to have them close together so that they could play together, so that they could grow up together, be friends with one another, hopefully, and encourage one another, challenge one another, inspire one another, have each other's back, et cetera, et cetera. And not to mention, a buddy had mentioned that once they get to be about 2 or 3 years of age, they'll play with one another and mom and dad can have a chance to breathe. That has not happened yet because they're still young. So we've got I guess about a 22-month-old and almost a 7-month-old. And some of the struggles, okay, so I'm a stay-at-home dad, at least much of the time. And so if I'm trying to watch both of them at once, oh my goodness. For instance, if I'm trying to feed the youngest, the other older one, he's nearing the age of 2. He's exploring this thing called life, his limits, his boundaries, what he can do, what he can't do. And he doesn't even know that's what's going on. And so, if I'm sitting there trying to feed the baby, just kind of cozy in the recliner, next thing you know, the other one wants attention. And so he's like climbing on stuff he's not supposed to be climbing because ours is a climber, and I celebrate that, but it terrifies me sometimes with the stuff he climbs. Or he's pulling books off the shelf or records back here. He's trying to get to those, and I'm like, yeah, we'll get to those later in life, bud. So anyway, it becomes this big stressful frenzy, and I'm like, because I want to teach, I want to guide and stuff like that, but having two at once, it's just simply hard. So I don't know if any of y'all can relate. I sympathize for single parents, and goodness gracious, my parents live here, so they help out quite a bit, which is a breath of fresh air. So obviously, hi buddy, obviously some of the joys, Oliver just made a little sound there. Well, right now, our oldest one is learning how to speak. He's learning what trees are, what leaves are, what a bus is, what a truck is, who dada is, who mama is, who he is. And then just the smiles, the hugs at night, singing him to sleep and stuff like that. So it's a beautiful struggle. It's hard. And so I also want to share this to anybody who has not had kids yet, just to remember all that stuff as you step into that new identity and responsibility and position in life. So just wanted to share just a little bit of that with y'all. I'm sure some of y'all can relate. So I invite you to share your struggles, your joys, any encouragements to us, and let's just help each other out. Let's spur one another on. Speaking of spur one another on, that's another little tidbit. Daddy, me, wants to work on all these projects that share his faith with the hopes of him being spurred on, spurring one another on to those that already know the Lord, but those that may not know the Lord, kind of share the Lord's hearts and Daddy share his testimony and have a creative blast and maybe with the hopes of some of that putting food on our table, but Daddy doesn't have time because Daddy has all these new responsibilities and things things to maintain, and daddy doesn't have as much time as he used to, including to spend with the Lord, so his cup can be full. And it's so strange. I'm venting now. Thanks for letting me vent, y'all. Trevor's Corner, baby. But yeah, and this is the time that I need the Lord the most, and it's hard. And not to mention with all the stuff that's going on in the world, it's like, what? So thank you for letting me vent. Feel free to vent. Feel free to encourage, etc., etc. Thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, don't hesitate to subscribe and to like. Thank you for watching this week's Trevor's Corner.